When performing a systematic review with synthesis, you'll often have a primary reviewer and a secondary reviewer. What should happen is the primary reviewer is the one who should actually import all of the references and head through them, and then first head to project settings and then head into the duplicate mode, and then at that point basically just ensure that all the papers have been and duplicated ahead of time. Then at that point the primary reviewer as well should set up the project title and the project description, and then as well your reasons for including and excluding, and then at that point save it. Now, to send it to the secondary reviewer, the primary reviewer would actually just go in and go project export. And what will happen is this will then save, this will then save it as a .ksp file, and the KSP file stands for Knowledge Share Project. So if you go to your desktop where we just saved it, we then now have a file called test1 underscore abstract.ksp. What then happens is the secondary reviewer, they then would then do a project import, and they would import that KSP file. And they then would head to the project settings, where they then would actually choose display the secondary research ratings, turning off the first primary research ratings, click on OK, and they then would do their include and exclude. And when they're finished that, they then would then go to the project export, and once more create an export file, and then in this case we're just going basically done, and then we then just basically save it. So then what then happens is it then gets passed back to the primary reviewer, who would then import it into their project, and then would then kind of click off what data they actually want to import. The synthesis instructions, or the user manual, explains all of this more in depth and should be referenced. There is also a flowchart, like kind of explaining the process of actually working with two users and when you would send back and forth your project file.